Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks for watching today. And I wanted to talk about eyeshadow and my extreme quantity of it and my thought process of how I'm going to try and winnow it down. All right. So first of all, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't already, would you please subscribe? I would love to know what sort of videos you love watching the most when you are on YouTube, because sometimes I kind of fall down that YouTube rabbit hole and it's like lipstick, 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 or eyeshadow or eyeliner, depending on kind of what I'm looking for or what I've kind of in a mood for. But let me know what your favorite sorts of videos are down below. All right, so I have been working on decluttering my collection. And for somebody who is just your average makeup lover, maybe even safer to say makeup enthusiast, I have way too much. A lot. And I do already have a declutter playlist. I will link it for you in the cards as well as down below. But here's what I have been thinking about. I have this moment of you buy all of this yourself and you spend a lot of money on it. And so I fight the little shoulder angel, which is like, don't get rid of anything. You spent your good hard-earned money on this and it's beautiful and it brought you a memory or something. I don't know. Sometimes that whatever it is that kind of forces me to hit the purchase button or to go into the store and go, yep, that one goes in the bag, and then I go and pay for it. That's like this little shoulder angel over here. And then on the other side, you have too much stuff. You need to get rid of it. And so I had already recorded a eyeshadow palette declutter video. And then I thought, wait, this shoulder angel, like right in my ear, was like, wait, no. What you want to do first is you've already decided the ones that are least inspiring to you. At least use them all one more time and then decide yes or no. Because I can be at times really impulsive, one way or the other, keeping everything or not getting rid of anything. And I definitely wanted to do this based on what I thought about the product, because some of these I hadn't used in a while. And the first one that I want to show you is one that I have on my eyes today. And it was really easy to do this look, and everything blended beautifully, and I was like, why did I say I was going to get rid of this? It is the Kat Von D Metal Matte, and I think it depends on which way you hold it, palette. This was a holiday palette. Oh, I'll just have to throw up the year. I don't remember. I think it was 2016. I could be wrong. 2015. And what I love about it is it's a bunch of mattes and then a bunch of metallics. And the shades I'm wearing today, let's see, these two here, this one, and a little bit of this one here. This is Glitz. And so I have three of these like really beautiful metallic shades, and three actually. These three here, these three mattes. And it was fun, it was easy, and it took no time at all. And I don't have any other Kat Von D shadows in my collection, but I've always wanted to get more. And if they perform like this, I understand it, but usually it's the color story that throws me off, and I'm not that creative yet with eyeshadow, so maybe that's kind of what's been off-putting. But I definitely think that this is going to go back into the you used it and you actually liked it, and now it might actually inspire me to try other looks. All right, from there, I pulled this one out. This is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, and it's all matte. And this one I haven't tried yet, but I'm definitely needing to, because I don't remember what I thought about this. I keep dropping the brush out. But these guys here look all so similar, don't they? I think you get most of your colors from here and then here, and the rest of those, that's like, what, 5 shades that all are very similar? I know that the undertone is different, but they're all very, very, very light. So my question is, does it really merit a space in my collection? Another one that I put in this pile was this one here from Bad Habit, and it's the Athena palette. I don't have the palette that this is supposed to be a dupe for. I know it's supposed to be a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. And I think for me, I just don't wear a lot of these really warm orangey tones. And the purples, I don't remember them like being that amazing. It's a $16 palette. It performed okay. I picked it up this summer. So this is one, I think I only used it twice and I was like, eh. But I definitely want to give it one more go and maybe really try and be creative with the look that I do to see whether, yes, I can see myself keeping this or I need to pass it on to a friend. Now this one is an oldie. I'm just going to say it. And there was a lot of controversy over this palette. It's the Too Faced, The Power of Makeup with Nikki Tutorials. And I love Nikki. I'm not going to lie. I think she's fabulous. And that's one of the reasons that I bought this palette way back when, years and years and years ago. But there was this big controversy over the palette that she was using and that she showed in her video to debut. This was not the same palette and people didn't have the same ease. Now, when they were applying their own when they bought it, my question was, is it a batch difference? Or is it, she's a serious artist with really great skills and can make anything work? But I realized that I had this for a long time and I hadn't reached for it. So I want to try this one again. All right, this one I'm almost sure is not going to stick around, but it's the Nude Tude from the Balm. Now, I do really like the Balm. I think their shadows are great. It's just these colors here. I know that there are a lot of nude palettes, and I think their packaging is like just stellar. I love like all the little naked ladies, but I really don't think that any of these shades are that spectacular and they're going to stand out. That's my guess, but I'll have to come back and do okay, here's what really happened with these palettes, but I think there's a really strong chance this one's not going to make the cut. So this is one that I used in a makeup I forgot about video, and that was kind of like the idea behind, okay, you have way too much stuff, let's cut it down, and then like, well, you at least want to try it before you say goodbye to it. And this is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. And there's a lot of really pretty shades in here. And I wonder if the problem I'm having, because when I got into this one again, and I'm swatching here and I really don't see a lot coming up, it could have just been that this one has been in my collection for a while. And maybe it's one of those that didn't age well and maybe has dried out and the formula is more powdery and it's not the same as it used to be. So I'm going to give this one more go. Another one that I have that I haven't used in years is the Naked 3 from Urban Decay. This one here, very rose toned. I remember this kind of kicked off that huge rose gold kind of obsession that we have, and I think we still have going on. But I remember this was kind of the product for me that made me really aware. I know people have been wearing rose gold jewelry, but I really hadn't seen it in a lot of makeup. And then this came out. And I forget sometimes how groundbreaking the Urban Decay Naked palettes have been. Every time they come out, you know, neutral palette, kind of cool neutral, and then a pinky neutral, like they just continue to like blow things up and out of the water. So that's gonna get another go. All right, I have 3 palettes from Lorac and they're all facing the wrong way. So these guys here, I love Lorac Pro shadows. And I just realized, and I think for me it's more, and I don't have, I know that there is, like the first one was a burgundy one. I don't have the Mega Pro 1. I just have 2, 3, and 4. And this was last year's holiday palette, 2016's holiday palette, 2015's holiday palette. And I like them and I use them, but I think it might just be their bulk and their size that they just got lost in a drawer. Because they didn't sit easily on my vanity. They took up a lot of space, but they do have a really beautiful mixture of mattes and shimmers. I mean, you get 2 rows of shimmers, 2 rows of mattes, and they're beautiful. So I feel like, especially with these guys, because I know I love the formula, it's kind of unfair just to go, too big, I haven't reached for you. And I really haven't reached for them, but I think it's because they got lost in a drawer. So it's time to check them out again. Another Balm palette that I have here, this is Balm Voyage. And again, their packaging is brilliant. I love it. Right up here, it's a mirror, and then this looks like your passport. And you can see yourself in the reflection here, so it looks like you've got this little hairdo. But then they have, I guess 16 shades. And it's kind of a wide variety, and they're all labeled like seat numbers on an airplane. And then they do have some cream products down below, which, oh yeah, they smell like crayons. So those are definitely bad. But it's been a while since I've dug in here. And you do get a mixture of some pretty shimmery shades, some really pretty matte shades. And I definitely think that you could get some fun looks out of this. And it leans a little more cool for me. And I have been craving cool shadows, but haven't tried this one in a long time. All right, so from here, let's quickly go through some of the smaller palettes. I don't have high hopes for these guys. These are the palettes that came in that Estee Lauder Holiday Extravaganza. This one, I actually think if I were to keep any of them, it would be this one. This is the Nude palette, and this one performed the best. The other two really didn't do it for me, and I really have been let down by the face product. So if anything, I would keep them for the shadows. But, I mean, for the face, keep it for the shadows, the other one. These guys here, the face product and the shadows were very lackluster. I could very easily see myself letting go of these two. But if I have other really good matte shadows that are nudes, I don't know, they might all go. I just might give them to my kids to play with. All right, so this is Tarte's Amazonian Rainforest of the Sea. Am I saying that wrong? It's the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. This came in a BoxyCharm, and I like it a lot. It does have a lot of shimmer shades in it. I think they're all shimmer. Now, I'm not one of those people who believes that you can only put a matte in the crease. Because there are days that all I wear is like one shimmer shade all over the lid, and that's it. So I buff it into the crease a little bit, like low in the crease, all over the lid, and then I call it good. And I live for shimmer and sparkle. And I don't remember what the formula was like for this. And so it's definitely time to try it again. Another one that I remember getting, because I got it on sale, Too Faced was having a sale, and this Totally Cute palette really, really, really called my name. Because I remember seeing people doing some really fun looks with it. But the truth is, I don't use these shades. And maybe I need to. So I'm going to give this one another shake. This one, very disappointed with. It's another Balm palette. This is their Alternative Rock Volume 1. And here is the problem. It was these guys right here. These two shimmery shades, especially this one right here, it's like you can hardly see it. And I know it's very close to my skin tone, but these, not only did they not swatch well, they didn't perform on the eye well. The mattes were okay, but there's only two mattes. And these two shimmery shades here were okay, but I had to work so very hard to get a look that I liked out of this. And I bought it because it's a cool palette, a cool toned palette. And it has kind of these rosy, cooler shades in here. And that's what I've been looking for and trying in other places. And I normally love the Balm formula. This is not what I have been used to and fell very, very short for me. All right, this one I've had for a long time, and I don't think I've used it much ever. It's from Makeup Geek, and it's the Manny MUA palette. Has some pretty colors in here, but I really don't remember the last time I reached for it. It's probably been a couple of years. I think it came like spring or summertime, and then I used it that year, and then I hadn't picked it up since. So because I have so many things, I definitely need to keep them better organized so I can go through and rotate and pull things out and try them. And, here's why I love this, here's why I keep it, or is it just there because it got stuck in the back of a drawer? All right, this was something that came, this is from Crown, and this is the Glam Metals. This came in a BoxyCharm, and the mirror is kind of weird and cute, like a flying guitar. And I like the shades, but I found that the more and more I wore this, because I wore it a lot. This came last fall, I think like October, November-ish. Maybe even if it was December, I don't remember. And they're really, really, like the color story in here, I really like it. The problem I had is that they didn't last very well. And so I want to try them. I have a totally different eyeshadow primer that I'm using now, and I want to try these again. This palette it's a build your own palette from the Balm. and I picked up this 9 pan, and I don't like, and it could be that they had just launched the singles when I bought this, and I didn't really feel impressed with the quality of their pressed singles. They might be different now. Tell me, do you have any of the singles from the Balm? But I think the Balms can be really hit and miss, because sometimes I feel like they hit it out of the park. And some of my favorite palettes are from the Balm. And then there are other ones, like that Alternative Rock and this one that I built myself, that the formula just didn't feel the same and it didn't wear the same from the beginning. And because I keep remembering that, I look at this and I pass it by. All right, so 2 left and we're done here. This one is from Smashbox. This is one of their Covershot palettes. This one is in Ablaze. This came in a holiday set that I bought last year. They had 2 eyeshadow palettes and 1 face highlighting palette, all in a set for $39. And I was like, wow, that's really good. Because these guys are normally $29 a piece. And I had a couple of other ones that I picked up when the Covershot palettes first came out that I really, really liked. And I normally would not have purchased this Ablaze palette because I don't like to go as warm as like this orangey red here and this more berry tone leans. That's not my makeup preference, which is why I never really reach for my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, because those sorts of shades intimidate me. But I think it's time to try it, and because I know I like the formula and I like how small and petite this palette is. I've always loved the ease of being able to, if I'm traveling, to put this in my travel makeup bag and take it with me because it doesn't take up a lot of space. If I needed an alternative look and I already have a larger palette, throwing something like this in takes no space at all. And the last one I have here is from Naked Cosmetics. This was another one that came in a BoxyCharm. And the shadows are beautiful. The pigments, they're very pigmented, very creamy. I just don't find myself reaching for this. And maybe what I need to do is, I know I wouldn't reach for them in this trio here. Maybe if I depot them and put them in with some single shadows that these guys go together and these guys go together and these guys go together, I might actually use them, because look how shiny and pretty they are. They really, really are. So, okay, those are the ones, the eyeshadow palettes that I have that I've put on the chopping block. I know it's kind of a long video just to look at a whole bunch of shadows that I'm like, I don't know how I feel about these. One of them I feel like I changed my mind with just by getting ready to shoot this video. I think it performs really, really, really well. And I want to find out if, because the more times you play with makeup, the better you get at it. Maybe what it takes is me trying it with newer techniques, since I purchased things before. It's been years since I've had this, and other things, and kind of reevaluating and see where we are. And if any of these are still going to go to a friend who's going to love them more than I do, or whether they're going to stay with me here in my collection. All right, let me know. How do you decide what you keep, what you get rid of? Or do you only buy, like, 2 or 3 things and use them till they're gone, till you hit pan and it's out of here? Let me know. I'd be really interested. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.